As the 2012 Olympics and Paralympics showed, competition can raise standards of performance and can also be an exciting but demanding experience. WorldSkills is to vocational learning what the Olympics is to sport. The WorldSkills Olympiad raises awareness of the essential contribution that vocational skills make to economic success and personal fulfillment. Every 2 years, hosted by a different country, hundreds of competitors from dozens of different vocational areas come together to compete. Against the clock, they must demonstrate their skills to a very high standard in the pursuit of excellence.
These young people know what it means to excel in their chosen trade. They represented the UK at the WorldSkills competition in Japan. They've been apprentices at college and have achieved a good level of competence in their vocational training. But with the help of their training managers and their employers, they were able to take their skills into the realm of excellence, very necessary to compete against other young people at an international competition.
Excellence is about us striving for doing things with more perfection, with more flair, quicker, faster, but at the same time maintaining the kind of integrity of the process.
The apprentices at WorldSkills had to learn the difference between competence and excellence in their practice and in the way they organise themselves. This is because they had to carry out tasks to extremely strict specifications, with a high degree of accuracy, against the clock, and against others, all under the gaze of thousands of people. Donna Leach is a hairdresser whose attention to detail is typical of those who know what excellence in their trade means.
All the hair, they have to be in their place really. You can't have hairs crossing over here and there, that can lose you marks.
And is it almost down to individual hairs?
Definitely, yeah. I mean like that one there I just pulled off, you could see that, it looks nasty.
I thought I was pretty excellent, but sort of tasks that would take me 3 to 4 hours, now I can do in 1 to 2 hours, because it's all sort of second nature stuff when I've been practicing and training. Just sort of quick commands and little things that make you that little bit faster, but they're only small, but when you put them all together it actually makes you twice as fast.
This process is demanding of skills and also of the personal courage and resilience of the competitors. So just as Olympic athletes need a good coach, so too do learners who wish to take part in competitions.
And they'll roll naturally.
The body of training managers has a broad range of experience. Some of you have been through several WorldSkills cycles, but for some of you it's your first taste of international standards. UK Skills want you to be a community of practice, sharing knowledge about what a world-class performance means, and how you and your competitors can be really sure what standards have to be reached.
We want them to come up with excellent quality training plans which reflect the WorldSkills standard, which can be communicated clearly to anybody else doing the training. The other thing that we want them to do is we want them to start to think about how they coach and support those competitors, how they may do that differently to what is their normal approach and their normal style. Trying to get them to coach more as opposed to tell, so they are actually helping them learn for themselves, which is probably a harder nut to crack, to be honest, because it's a skill, it's a new skill for them.
So why is the steering wheel not right?
Because the threads are one side
right,
and the other.
So when you adjust the threads so they're equal, what's going to happen to the steering wheel?
Should be straight, so
right, so put the steering wheel straight first.
Key to giving your competitors a chance to succeed is your own development in understanding the WorldSkills standards that they'll have to reach, finding out how you can use performance coaching techniques to get them there. Mike Burdett's the bricklaying training manager who's been through one WorldSkills cycle.
You know, whilst they are national champions and they're very, very talented, at international level, they're still probably about 20–25% off where they need to be at this moment in time. Competitions are won and lost on the basic skills, his levelling, his plumbing, his measurements, and You know, we've spent a lot of time looking at these basic skills. You know, spent a lot of time doing basic geometry on the floor, so the setting out is accurate. You know, we've gone around with a feeler gauge measuring exactly 1 millimetre tolerances that they've got to be working to at international standards, and that's the key thing that these guys are going to have to get their heads around and strive towards.
The Institute for Learning has reviewed the coaching skills necessary to raise learners' performance and is hosting masterclasses for vocational tutors to help them raise their game when working with learners. It also aims to raise the status of vocational learning.
A lot of my coaching will be done in the feedback session, where I'd be asking them, why did you do that? What did you get out of it? How could you do it better? Is there another way that we could have done it that's better? And they're giving me the answers, and they're telling me how they're going to improve from there on.
The training program that they have before them is second to none, and it will identify their weaknesses and it will iron out those weaknesses and make them very accomplished competitors into the future.
Within your community of practice, you're being encouraged to have as much dialogue as possible. Anecdotal, informal, irreverent even. It all boosts your own learning.
It's about how do they share knowledge and experience as a group. So it's when they sit around in a room together and they're just chatting about, oh, what did you do and how did you do it and what did that look like? Oh, right, OK, that's interesting. And how was your moderation process and what questions did you get asked?
It's a parade of national pride.
Every year the competition's getting bigger and bigger.
I feel fantastic. Ah, it's good. It's exciting. Proud, very proud.
I feel very proud and very hot.
Remember what you are here to get for you. That selfish thing that nobody else can give you. Only you can get that. I don't know what I've been told! I don't know what I've been told! You can't see my hair for gold! You can't see my hair for gold! Real good! Real good! Feel good! Feel good! Mighty good! Mighty good!
Now at last they can get cracking and do what they've been trained for. It's WorldSkills.
I do this every day, so I know what to do and I'm just focusing.
The devil's in the detail for the judges. And triumph as the UK team win WorldSkills Gold.
And the gold medal goes to the United Kingdom.